They are so good at that on the weak side, getting an open jumper.
And I love the jab that Demary got his feet in the paint, which collapsed the defense. And
the offense anytime he wants. In the early part of the season, he was doing that maybe too much to Mark Few's liking. Now he's a much better Gonzaga offense.
Excited.
Front line.
For sure. I mean, I think also to add to that, Deb, you said it best. Their offense, their move, it keeps them in great offensive balance to be able to get these offensive rebounds.
Luke Cade all alone in the corner for three. Yes!
Now that Georgia student section is as good as any student section in this league.
Too much dribbling in. That ball deflected away by LeFew. Here comes Newell. Up and in.
Yeah, it is so soft, isn't it?
Gudon and Moore. They set the screen, the roll, and it's picked off. Payne all the way.
Yeah, Fears thought that if they wanted a good shot, they will take a bad shot that goes in any time. It was a much-needed three in that possession.
Newell will rise. High arcing three. Splashed
out. Bully ball by Jalen Carey using that 6'8", 265-pound frame. Nice little left-handed finish, too, in traffic.
They really have high hopes for him and how good he can become.
Vandy trying to get this matchup organized. Lob pass down low. Surreal. Carved out space.
Little quick trigger there. You'd like to see that ball get moved around and not so much take quick shots. Let the defense shift.
Surreal goes into the chest of Murray Boyles and gets a friendly. Conyers left that one short. Georgia able to come away with it, up 12. Biggest lead for the Bulldogs. Surreal in the high post. Working on Benjamin. Bozeman's for Don. Dump ball to Surreal.
Again, that's the size. When you see a 6'5" guard going over a smaller guard, he's able to pull up and make that shot. So good read, good finish by Emory with the pull-up.
South Carolina turned it over 17 times against Georgia in the first meeting. They've only got 4 TOs tonight. Blue Kane. Oh, a big shot for... Strong drive, but it rolls off the iron for Jamari Thomas. Georgia fast the other way.
They're pushing the pace, not allowing the Gamecocks to try to set up in their half-court defense where they are good. They've been hard hedging on the ball screens, but here's Blue.
That's 2 in a row.
Was the second leading scorer and the top rebounder. Jordan Pope's been quiet recently, and it's the first career start for sophomore Devon Pryor because Tremont Mark is out with a back injury. Meanwhile, for Georgia, Silas Demary, the point guard and the second leading scorer, he's been playing at a very high level.
Shooting the basketball right now. Entry pass to Godfrey, just muscles it past Mark Newell after that screen. Give way too much room. Took it right to Newell. Demary. Lawrence for three. He's got it. You see the length of Will Richard there. It's tough to see around him. Almost another turnover. Good job by Newell coming to the basketball, though. Demary. Back to Blue Kane. They leave him open for three. Got it! Dog!
Auburn switches so much on the perimeter.
Kane for three, and he gets it to roll home. 32% to Denver Jones. Now 4 to shoot. Jones into the paint, and it's knocked away. Georgia with a chance to push. Silas Demary Jr. with the lob and a two-hand flush finish by Justin. Will clear him out. That's his first triple, and Auburn's up by 8.
Now you've got 3 shooters in the game against some of that zone.
And Georgia gets out of the rut with the nice lob and finish. And Surreal.
Corner 3 at the end of the shot clock. You get the floater there. It's a different ball game if they collect those defensive rebounds.
Asa Newell knocks down another.
Is Asa Newell. Georgia got lucky. They had no idea who was supposed to guard Allen in transition. Newell inside. Soft, feathery touch. Perkins feeling it. Rims off, tapped around by Gray, and finally into the hands of Godfrey. Demary into front court, whips it into the corner to Kane. Kane catching fire, three! Back!
Is this game in February or March? Because it feels like March to me.
Everything about it. That's what we love about this time of year. You start getting that March feel. Newell! Tomahawks!
Here's Garcia working on James. He slips, loses the basketball, and right into the hands of Demary. Luke Kane will fire for three again, just as you said. Maybe Taylor. He's in the scorebook with his first field goal.
Always a high level of degree of difficulty when he takes shots.
Taylor averaging 15.1 points per game. A two-time first-team All-SEC performer. Point production down from a year ago when he averaged 19 a game, which was fourth best in the league. Luke Kane, good ball fake. Step back for three and buries it.
What a pass.
Payne finishes it off. Demary bounce pass. Newell waits and gets it off and gets it to go down.
I don't know how that went in. Everything was wrong about the whole play. Woo. But
Dogs at 16-7, 4-6 in league play. Mississippi State at 16-6. They are 4-5 in conference play, ranked 22nd in the country. Newell wide open, top of the key three, perfect.
4 seconds on the shot clock.
Surreal wide open underneath. You know Melendez wants to get a shot at it.
Yeah, he wants to get into some kind of a rhythm or a flow to this game. So far, the second half, Mississippi State not handling the basketball now. You allow the home.
And Kentucky got it today against a South Carolina team that's certainly hurting right now for victories. And there's a nice inbound.
Defensively got beat.
Hubbard wide open. No good. Got for the rebound. Georgia trying to tie it up here or take the lead. Been a while since they've had a lead in this one. And they're tied up.
Him in the corner when the switch happened, but he didn't have a hold of the ball to get the shot off.
Demary to Newell.
His mind is just tap us on the shoulder and say, be quiet.
With the blue cane, tap us on the shoulder.
Yeah.
They'll dump it into Godfrey. Demary.
Demery's had a great second half.
Newell, his third three from.
After he missed the first month coming back from injury.
You can tell that the game is played at a different pace for Chris Youngblood. He sees things before they happen.
Beautiful. Oh, rejected by Phylon. One back by Demary. Blew a three.
Question is, how do we get this team to that next level where we are consistently playing to win these types of games?
Well, when you're playing in there, trying to find a high-quality shot at the basket.
Georgia ball underneath after his last touch by Alabama going into the under-16 timeout. Newell still scoreless, doubled, and in trouble. Newell Finds a cutting Demary. And Surreal banks it in off the window.
On Blue Kane here over in the corner if you get help by Zachary Davis.
Got to get it in. They do to Newell. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Got the mismatch inside.
James fires from 3 again, and he uses the backboard.
He wants to go in the paint.
That's high praise. And that one's picked off by LeFew. A dozen South Carolina turnovers.
Well, they had 25, I think, 25 versus the Commodores. They can't have another night like that and expect to win, especially on the road.
And they barely lost that game. Another throwdown with an exclamation point of a 2. And now some pressure from the Gamecocks. Georgia practiced against this today in shoot-around. They get it all alone to Blue Kane for an easy. By Demary Thomas, who was looking for an and one.
Well, he needs to look for his defender. You don't have time to worry about an and one.
Back-to-back 19-point efforts for Demary Thomas coming off an injured knee where he missed 4 games. Here's LeFew, an easy 2.
Nice.
Richard buries the triple. How about that? An air ball in one possession, and then he drills the second one. But Micah Handlogden thought about it, wanted to play, and then decided to not play as that 3 is completely under-recruited and said, I want to get that man to Gainesville. They gave him the offer shortly thereafter, and he wound up making the decision to play for the Florida. Asa Newell has finally scratched the scoring column, a follow-up dunk. Maybe that'll get the freshman going a little bit.
Now, if you're Todd Golden, you do not want to fall into the bad shot selection habit.
Still want to be all gas, no brakes, right? Godfrey.
Yes. Canes as Auburn finishes inside. Demary Jr. Kane, is he starting to feel it? Yes, he is. Play on, and the lead is pushed back to 6.
And Bulldog fans probably wish that we had have gone to break a little bit longer. It's certainly stopped the momentum, but if you get a basket here, it gets Stegman Coliseum back involved and active.
Lawrence from the corner rattles in a 3.
But the pace benefits Georgia, and the main reason is because it keeps the crowd out of the game. I mean, you have a packed arena in here, but without the point production and getting up and down, the crowd is not able to be a factor, and Georgia is able to pinpoint offensive plays like that. As Newell gets with some full court pressure, and Zakai Ziegler has taken over the game. He's running the show, setting up his teammates, and when he gets an opportunity to shoot from the outside, he's making it count.
Yeah, Ziegler now with 600 assists in his career. Just the second SEC player to have 1,000 points, 600 assists, 200 steals. Alex Caruso.
They will keep control of this game, but they'll let them play.
Another strip and another turnover for Georgia. Coming the other way, Tyron Lawrence, his runner.
They're a little timid offensively, but Fears is not afraid to put bodies on people. He's got to control that a little bit.
Open in the corner, Tyron Lawrence, bang, bang.
Oklahoma's attack, I mean, he's been real physical. He's done a great job on the glass to balance that out.
Godfrey left all alone. Decides to hand it off to Demary Jr. Newell to the bucket, plus the foul.
Shots like that when you're playing at a pace where guys can read the defense and also finish.
Abson getting some good minutes off the bench. Florida, and his 3 goes.
He has a sweet stroke, textbook form, 6'7", can shoot it with deep range, very efficient.
Largest lead of the game for Kentucky, now up 4. Godfrey inside, and look. How about this move from Mark Pope, putting Amari Williams back on the floor with 4 fouls. 3 ball. Newell, nothing but nylon.
Krosky, Jones faces up against Godfrey. Little sky hook, misses that one. Rebound to Asa Newell. So Georgia can cut it to 10 with a 2. Lob and a big jam from RG. Second half now, Georgia within 3. Jones getting inside. Godfrey takes it away. The difference in the game right now, Johnson's 3 to end the first half. Here's Demary. The lob and the big two-hand alley-oop.
That's right.
And he just got them 4 points on their last 2 trips. So from 60-55 to 60-59. Well, 1-2-2.
Coach Martin changing that defense, giving them a different look.
Here's
Lawrence penetrating too much.
Screen from Godfrey. Demary in the corner. They extend it with Jones. Double team. He's in a tough spot. Nice pass. Newell finishes and draws a foul.
And that offensive foul.
Kelly coming off a monster game against North Alabama. 34 points and 14 rebounds in a loss to UNA. Demary working down the right side of the lane, kicks it out. Newell with the 3. He's got all 5 for.
That's a guy in his 1 year at Ohio State, alongside with Mike Conley, goes to the national.
Go ahead. Oden Jr. That's his 3rd 3 of the ball game. He's got 11. And we've got a 3-point game.
Beautiful inside-out basketball.
Don't have a 3-point game anymore.
So maybe because it's a 30-plus point lead, because it looks clear to me that there was a big push-off in there by Jackson.
Well, we'll get a little leeway here with the score situation for sure. Buffalo just needs to keep playing hard, keep running their stuff, listen to coach, and get better, right? Just improve as the game goes on.
Lob inside Newell and puts it up and in.
That's great action right there. Just get him isolated one-on-one, get the weak side defense busy over there, not paying attention to rotate over to help. Get Sable going a little bit.
Around the screen, Demary on the baseline pass to Godfrey. Nicely done. See if he can get a block right here. He tried to. He changed the shot. As good as a block if he didn't touch it. To the corner and the launch by LaFew. Buries another.
Georgia shooting 45% from the field. They've held Grand Canyon to 31%.
Wow!
Keeps that arm a little closer to his body. You probably let that go, perhaps.
Well, he lost his balance
because
what happens is Demary beats you to the spot, and you're not anticipating him beating you to the spot. So when you're trying to stay up.
Oh, speaking of staying up. Closing in on 10 minutes to go.
Trying to get that ball into the middle of the zone.
Long 3 by Blue Kane, knocks it home. His 23 gets it to Brennan. Here's Coles, lines up a 3. No good. Rebound to Tyron Lawrence.
Got a clean look, but a quick look. Good shot there. That's one that Coles wish he had back.
Grand Canyon going to play this one out. Shot clock goes under 20 seconds. Here's Demary. LaFew. Demary, 5 on the shot clock. Surreal sets the screen. Underneath to Asa Newell, hangs in the air, count it!
Caught that one a little bit on the move, put his head down, and got all the way to the basket.
The coach's son, averaging more than 15 a game this year, Richard. A Notre Dame team that brought back almost everybody from a year ago, 86% of their scoring. So Shrewsbury, that's Father Shrewsbury, continues to build the foundation. Newell now has back-to-back.
To Karam takes it all the way to the cup, 4-point ball game.
All of a sudden, Georgia staggering after, look at that, a 15-2 Notre Dame run. They have been relentless. LaFew, 4-3, a nice response.
And the finish.
Real tough pick, what you call a pick 6 there. Silas Demary had some troubles with turnovers over the last 2. It's been a point of contention here, something he's looking to get under control.
Here's Surreal with a drive and a powerful flying one. Here's Spence with 6 to shoot, under 9 to play in the first. Loses a handle. Demary pushing it the other way. He's got LaFew out in front. He'll finish with the right hand.
Excellent job.
Start for Rick Pitino's team, but They have 4 straight games where they've shot 50% or better from the floor. But again, first time shooting in this arena. They didn't even practice here. Hey, big stuff.
Against them, so it's frustrating. But just play. Don't complain.
Georgia really, they could be up maybe 8, 10, 12 points if not for turnovers. They have 9 of them.
Yep.
And they're also minus 11 at the free throw line.
Yep. Credit the defense by St. John's. They play good D.
Newell for 3. Oh, boy, all net.
Going, what in the world are we supposed to do? That is great news, by the way. Cam Jones right back on the floor for Marquette. Newell off the inbound, up and good.
Ross did a really nice job crashing the O boards. He came in with a lot of momentum and got himself in the perfect position.
All alone in the corner. Kane got it. Big
game. And the offensive rebounding leading to second chance opportunities for Georgia is what kept them in this game and kept it close in the first half.
Largest lead of the game for Marquette. Where do the Dogs go for a bucket they need in the worst way? Kane in that corner. He has loved that corner.
For the bench for it for now because they need to save him.
How long, Lexi, can you afford to keep him out?
It depends how well Marquette does without him.
At the buzzer, holy cow, Dylan McLean with his second tray. Georgia back quickly with R.J. Godfrey, who answers. That's good, and that was a shot sorely needed by the Bulldogs from Mobile. Asa Newell the other end for a two-hander.
Met each other. And Montgomery, when he comes eligible, well, we add to that, he's long, he's a defensive disruptor.
All right, on cue, Kane for 3.
There we go, made 2 of his.
He played 2 and won a national title.
That's right.
Moody, that was a nice, strong move, couldn't finish, and Surreal doing the work on the boards. That's his 7th rebound to go along with 3 blocks. And the Dogs get the 3 on the other end.
Georgia Tech could be in real trouble. Looking for Dunk on the alley-oop, and it's picked off by Newell.
LSU had 11 out of 22 from beyond the arc coming into this.
Newell, count the basket.
Oh, Asa took one on the chin. Dongo gets the best of that one at the rim.
Those two are going to go at it here in the last 6.5. What touch from Surreal. Ball for him. Luke O'Brien bringing up the floor, loses his footing. And the loose ball ahead to Blue Kane. And he gets it down.
Smith, a sophomore, he was on the all-freshman team out of the A-Sun a year ago. And just watching it shoot around today, there's a nice entry. And R.J. Godfrey from Silas Demary finish down offensively. These guys are fun to watch. He misses a segment. Demary looking good up on that board. But we got the score when they had beaten Tech 105-93 on Sunday. Marks and I kind of looked at each other. I was going through the box. Their halftime counts were 52 and 53, so it was consistent all game long. Here's Demary, Dylan James in for Georgia. Nice screen, beautiful feed. The lefty, Lawrence, good.
Good job by Silas. This is longer so that they can recover to some of these three-point shooters.
So this is the second round of the Peach State Classic. Blue Kane 3-ball in.
Gets one to go. Just need to create enough man movement to create open opportunities, and they feel as though they can make enough of them.
It's a little 1-3-1 we're seeing here.
Yeah. Just stymie the Dogs a little bit. Just the zone. So far they have. We're down to 10 seconds. Ball hasn't gone inside of the free throw line, but all it takes is one pass.
R.J. Godfrey with the finish. He is having that's 15 here tonight.
Yeah, great offense beats good defense. Georgia there had him there in late clock, sliding, playing the passing lanes. Did a good job of forcing as hard of a shot option as they could have.
Sometimes you play great defense and it goes in. There's Godfrey again with the finish, and R.J. Godfrey with 18. Crossover there. As they try and work it inside. Hunter with a little baby hook. That's too strong. And here's Blue Kane coming back the other way. Dogs haven't made a field goal yet. It's 4-3 Texas Southern. Demary get to the iron again. And there's the finish from the 5. Transfer from Vanderbilt. That is a great head fake there from Josh Farmer. It spins in and out. No good, though.
Some creative finishing we're seeing here thus far. He didn't get that one to go, but did a great job of getting the ball outside of the frame of the defense.
Could Lawrence be one of the, I don't want to say more underlooked, as LeFew will fire three and knock it down.
There we go. Separates him along with the skill set.
Do you find for taller players as well? Inbound to LeFew for another three. And not going to get good. His run. And here come the Tigers back the other way. And there's a big-time block there by R.J. Godfrey.
Big's got to run down the middle of the court.
Blue Cane for three.
There it is.
Bottom.
That you don't, beat an opponent you're supposed to. You got to go get one from a tier 1 to tier 2.
Right.
You got to go steal one on the road. And it becomes, literally an algorithm, so to speak, from there.
Yeah, and a lot of times, I think just as a fan, you feel more nervy when your team, well, this is a game we're supposed to win. There's the lob for Newell and a two-hand jam.
Able to give his best effort in a tight game, and right here, everybody else is finding themselves in this game. There were some games there.
10 boards for Blue Cane.
10 boards. Let's make sure we call that a new career high for him. And double digits. I think that's a double-double for Blue Cane, too.
And Lawrence with the triples, and now the old-fashioned three-point play. And he's going to be a good free throw shooter.
Absolutely. He played at Cowley County, which is a great junior college basketball. Those teams out there, Independence, all those Hutchinson and Kansas, that's a night in, night out. You're playing some great teams, great players.
It's a three-point lead for Georgia. Here's Godfrey up strong. It hangs and falls.